In 2016 coverage, Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders came to western Iowa as new polls show him gaining ground on Hillary Clinton less than 2 weeks before the Iowa caucuses. Reporter Nick Starling was there as Sanders met with voters in Underwood. Nick?
The snow and freezing temperatures didn't keep people away from the small town of Underwood, Iowa, to listen to the Vermont senator who has narrowed the gap in the polls.
Everybody thought was inevitable appears today not to be quite so inevitable.
Speaking in front of a young crowd with a banner reading "A Future to Believe in," presidential candidate Bernie Sanders touts his plan on how the future would be brighter under a Sanders administration.
And have the courage to take on some very, very powerful people and special interests.
Senator Sanders touched on pay equity, health care, reducing unemployment, and fixing the criminal justice system.
It costs less money to send somebody to the University of Iowa than to lock them up. Let's send them to the University of Iowa.
Addressing campaign finances, Senator Sanders says he's not taking money from billionaires or special interests.
We are the only candidate on the Democratic side not to have a super PAC, and I'm proud of it.
That stance resonates with some voters.
I think Bernie is legitimate and authentic when he says he's not for sale.
In this town hall, Senator Sanders listened to the crowd's concerns.
Could you explain your stance on gun control and if it has changed, why?
We should ban military-style assault weapons.
I'm 60 grand in debt. I don't know what I'm going to do. Criminal justice is my major.
So that's your crime? And you're being punished for wanting to get a higher education. That is insane.
With the Iowa caucuses less than 2 weeks away, Senator Sanders says voter turnout will determine if he'll win.
We stand a really good chance to win in Iowa.
And says Hillary Clinton should watch out for his momentum.
Yeah, I would be nervous.
Now, Senator Sanders says he's talked to over 40,000 Iowans over his 9-month campaign so far. He's held 3 events in Iowa today and heads to New Hampshire, where polls show him more favorable. Reporting live in studio, Nick Starling, KMTV Action 3 News.
Meantime,